Okay, everybody, how's everybody doing? Bearded Weatherman. Hope everybody's having a good night. Comment in if you're watching live. And we're going to get right into the weather tonight. We got a few things to talk about. First and foremost, the one that's everybody's watching. This is Tropical Storm Josephine at the latest 5 p.m. advisory of the National Hurricane Center. Showing the winds at maximum sustained 45 miles per hour. You know, tropical storm force winds. Moving west-northwest at 16 miles an hour. NHC is showing this storm. Looking at the satellite, we'll go to that. Here's the satellite view of it. Just in the last few hours, you see this massive blow up here. This is an area of convection, and it indicates a little bit of strengthening probably. So possibly they're going to bump the winds up in the next advisory at 11 p.m. You know, probably given what it's looking like. They're showing the track anywhere in this cone here, as you see, but showing it staying to the north of the Leeward Islands and any land masses over here, which is good news, and then kind of curving and starting to curve out to sea by early next week. They do have it weakening by Monday. Kind of interesting, and I'll show you this in a second here. Looking at this European model, which has been pretty good, it's showing the storm dissipating at 48 hours. See that? 48 hours. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, it will be definitely going into a high wind shear environment. Got a few ensembles here. So these are ensemble forecasts, you know, like ensemble models. That means there's more than one scenario being modeled. You know, and they tweak different things in the model. Like, they say, well, what if, because this is all probability forecasting. So they say, well, if the air pressure is this, then what would happen? Or if this trough to the north is weaker, what would happen? So that's what these models actually do, is they game out scenarios and try to determine what will actually happen. And they're pretty good. I mean, especially given what they're asked to do, which is predict the future, right? So they do pretty well. But the European is just showing this storm fading out after 2 days and 48 hours. So that'd be Saturday night, maybe into Sunday. So we'll see if that's what happens. The GFS American model has it staying as a storm. The American model is not too bad either. I favor the ECMWF European for certain things, but you know, the GFS is pretty good. So this is showing this storm staying and maintaining maybe a tropical system up through the next into the next week, and showing the track here, kind of similar to what this is showing on the Euro, but staying. You know, these little lines. See this, the graph here, the key, showing you 20 to 30 knots of wind. You know, say 25 to 35 miles an hour, somewhere in that range. That's tropical depression, and it's showing that after 48 hours too, or yeah, see 48 hours here. So it's showing weakening back down to tropical depression level in a couple of days, and we think that's going to happen because of a lot of wind shear over the system. You know, a tropical system needs light winds in the upper atmosphere to thrive and to function, and the winds are predicted to increase over that storm. So looking at probably weakening and eventually dissipation. If I had to kind of put my money on it, I would follow the Euro, and I'd say in the next maybe 3 days, maybe not so fast, but by at least Sunday, starting to see a lot of weakening in this system. And definitely models showing it curving out to sea. There's a big trough coming in. I'll pull that up. That's what this is. Well, I got a drawing pin now. I'm high tech here on the Bearded Weatherman now. So you see this, it's a trough. See, you had the U shape. This is going to push out to sea, and as it does, that tropical system, ignore my drawing, it's not the greatest, will be pulled up this way by this trough as it digs up and pulls that storm out to sea. So that's good news for us here on the East Coast. All right, so that's I think we've covered it with Josephine. I've talked about it for the last probably week. that I don't think much of this storm. Just, I mean, not to say, anyway, I just haven't thought much about it. And so that's what I'm sticking to. All right, so let's see where we're at. Did we get everything covered? I think we did. Let's move into, no, here we go. Let's talk about this, all right? So we've got this disturbance over the East Coast, right over North Carolina. And you can see it here on the satellite. Do I need to draw for this? Why not? High tech, like I said. See it? That's your where they're predicting this circulation to start up. And once it gets out over it's a learning process with this pin still, guys. But once it gets out over the warm waters, well, I'll do the pin again. Why not? Show you something. But this is our Gulf Stream, right? It's this current of water. It's actually a little bit closer in, but it's a current of warm water that runs to the north along the East Coast. Actually, it's responsible for why we have so much hot weather in the summer. So boo to the Gulf Stream. But anyway, this is showing the current. And once this system gets out over this water out here, this is warm, very warm water. The National Hurricane Center is predicting that it will strengthen into a tropical system. I'll get it. Okay, here it is. So you see here, they're showing it coming off the coast and then forming out here, putting a 40% chance on it. Through, you see there, through 48 hours, 30%, through 5 days, 40%. And we'll show you why they think that in a second, but this is kind of interesting. Looking like it'll move offshore, won't be a threat to us on the East Coast, but definitely a lot of warm water out there, and so that causes these, what they're called subtropical cyclones at this level, to become tropical cyclones as they encounter warm water and strengthen that way. So showing you kind of what's going on with this one. The American model takes it out to sea, as you see. The strongest it has, so we can get here, the European, showing, this is for Saturday morning, starting to strengthen up, showing 30 knots of wind, so that's a tropical depression there. And, I mean, basically it's something like that, getting absorbed up into this long wave trough, it's called here. So, now, you know, taking it out to sea, but kind of cool. Something, and this is the intensity forecast real quick. These are different models that are predicting what the strength will be. They're saying tropical storm, but these are not really all the models to look at. So we'll see if it actually gets up to tropical storm force. It might. It's pretty warm water out there, but definitely not showing it any stronger than that, like a hurricane or anything. So nothing to worry about with our Invest. This is 96 Lima, 96L. We're to that point now. All right, so let's talk about the local weather. We'll shut it down for tonight. I'm a little tired. Well, we'll try. Maybe we will. There it is. We're going to look at a high-resolution model from the National Severe Storms Laboratory. High-resolution National Severe Storms Lab. And this only goes out a couple days, but it's very accurate. I've watched it. Very, very accurate. I'll show you something real quick, because this is how we verify if the models are doing well. You know, if they're handling what their trends are, if they're doing well as far as their performance. We do that by just verifying that what they said would happen did happen, right? So if we look at this was run a few hours ago now, and you look at the radar, you see there's some showers down here towards Tampa, Lakeland area, and if you look at the model, that's what it's showing. So it's handling the weather pretty good. So let's go into tomorrow. This is tomorrow morning. Nothing to see as far as rain or weather. This is normal in the summer, right? But now we're going into tomorrow afternoon. And by, this is showing 2 p.m. Starting to see some isolated pop-ups around here, see, in the area. So it's saying by 2 o'clock, starting to see that popping up. And then into the afternoon, by mid-afternoon, more coverage, more scattered. We'll get it. More scattered, see here. So by mid-afternoon, look for a few more pop-ups and scattered showers and thunderstorms, and really more coverage, more scattered and more widespread coverage by rush hour, by about 5 or 6 o'clock. showing all this weather coming into the area. So watch out around rush hour time, and this is normal. Everybody knows this in Florida. And then start to weaken out by evening time, late into nighttime. So there you go. And then going into Saturday. This is into Saturday morning. Some pop-ups. We'll go to something real quick. I was going to show you the model for this weekend. But guys, listen. It's Florida in the summer. Someone said that it was a hard job to be a meteorologist in Florida in the summer, and I kind of like smirked because it really isn't. I mean, all you have to do is say that it's going to rain in the afternoon and you look like a genius, you know? But, I mean, it's a sea breeze thunderstorm. We have these every year. They form because, well, we'll get the pin out again real quick and we'll shut it down. They form in the center of the state, right? And they do that because you have the sea breeze coming in off the Atlantic and the sea breeze coming off the Gulf. And when they meet in the middle here, and they, I'll show you in kind of a side view. They meet in the middle. They have nowhere to go, so they go up. And they form thunderstorms. Okay, yeah, that looks kind of crazy. But that's what happens. And so you just get that because of all the heating that's going on. It sets up the circulation. You get winds coming off the onshore onto the peninsula here, and it just forms these storms all the way down the center of the state. So that's what you're seeing there in the summer, and it happens every summer, and it's just the way it is here in Florida in the summertime. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. Comment if you liked it. Comment with questions, or let me know where you're at in Central Florida. You know, love to see those pics. People were sending me a video. If you get a good video or pics of a thunderstorm, go ahead and send it my way. Love those, and I'll go ahead and put it on the video for that day. All right, guys. So that's it. Thanks a lot. And yeah, Jenna. Yeah, that's I think it's Jenna. The weather is really stormy. It's that those sea breeze thunderstorms I just talked about. You know, it's yeah, it kind of stinks there in the late afternoon. All right, so thanks for commenting, Jenna. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you're still watching, but thank you. And I'm going to shut it down for tonight, guys. Bye-bye.